Hey, sweet squirrels, starting on a new book today. What was it? Annie from the island? Or Annie of the island? We about to find out. We are about to find out. If y'all hear some, well, one is Leave It to Beaver on in the den, but I woke up this morning and I thought somebody was parked in our driveway and I was hearing their radio and I thought, what in the world? And I looked out. The next door neighbor has workers in the backyard doing, I don't know what. But I do like my neighbors. They're a young couple, sweet people. Brett and Lauren. Sweet, sweet people. I'm sure they think of me as their granny. More people I can granny on. Come on, book. Oh. Books, library. I don't want to download any. This is the Kindle I haven't been using, but look, I did put that on there. Hook Nook. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Oh, come on. I may have to use the other one, but I don't want to order a book. I want to go to my library. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. And I'm on my Chromebook again, so I'm hoping and praying. It let me yesterday. So if I can do it on this, I won't have the problem with getting cut off like I do on my phone. There it is. Open it up. Let me read it. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have to go to the newer one. I hate to just not ever use my older one. But I started having problems with it, and that's why. I had to get another. Oh, I didn't have to get another one, but I don't know how to fix this one. But sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Now it's coming up, I think. We'll see. We will see. It's taking its time. Yay! Let's see, Anne of Green Gables. We already did that. Where's the other one? Oh, Lordy, I don't want to have to go through all that. Nope, I'm going to have to go to this one. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I think we might be in business. Hang on, come on. Didn't I say today's was the shadow of change or shadow of change? Shoot, it was right where I wanted it. Now it's blacked out again. Grrr. That'll probably be my thumbnail. I mean, what are you doing? Sorry, I'd just like to try to use this if I can get it going. But Come on, come on, come on. Sorry, y'all. Should have done this beforehand. Hope y'all are having a happy Thursday so far. It's kind of early yet. Come on, take me to the place. Where I was. It asked me the question and it went away again. Oh well. Oh well. No, I can get it on this one. Yeah, on that one, it came up, but then it went away again on my old one. So we'll just give up on that one. Okay, we are at Anne of the Island. Chapter 1 is The Shadow of Change, and I am so dry. Hope you don't hear all that noise from next door. But it's just muffled like radio noises. Harvest is ended and summer is gone, quoted Anne Shirley, gazing across the shorn fields dreamily. She and Diana Barry had been picking apples in the Green Gables orchard, but were now resting from their labors in a sunny corner where airy fleets of thistledown drifted by on fairy wings of a wind that was still summer sweet, with the incense of ferns in the haunted wood. But everything in the landscape around them spoke of autumn. Oh, my favorite time of all. The sea was roaring hollowly in the distance. The fields were bare and sere, S-E-R-E, scarved with goldenrod. The brook valley below Green Gables overflowed with asters of ethereal purple, and the lake of shining waters was blue, 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 not the changeful blue of spring, nor the pale azure of summer, but a clear, steadfast, serene blue, as if the water were past all moods and tenses of emotion and had settled down to a tranquility unbroken by fickle dreams. It has been a nice summer, said Diana, twisting the new ring on her left hand with a smile, and Miss Lavendar's wedding seemed to come as a sort of crown to it. I suppose Mr. and Mrs. Irving are on the Pacific coast now. Excuse me. It seems to me they would have been gone long enough to go around the world, sighed Anne. I can't believe it's only a week since they were married. Everything has changed. Miss Lavendar and Mr. and Mrs. Allen gone. How lonely the manse looks with the shutters all closed. I went past it last night, and it made me feel as if everybody in it had died. We'll never get another minister as nice as Mr. Allen, said Diana with a gloomy conviction. I suppose we'll have all kinds of supplies this winter, and half the Sundays no preaching at all. And you and Gilbert gone, it'll be awfully dull. Fred will be here, insinuated Anne slyly. When is Mrs. Lynde going to move up? Asked Diana, as if she had not heard Anne's remark. Tomorrow. I'm glad she's coming, but it will be another change. Marilla and I cleared everything out of the spare room yesterday. Do you know, I hated to do it. Of course it was silly, but it did seem as if we were committing sacrilege. The old spare room has always seemed like a shrine to me. When I was a child, I thought it the most wonderful apartment in the world. You remember what a consuming desire I had to sleep in a spare bedroom? But not the Green Gables spare room. Oh no, never there. It would have been too terrible. I couldn't have slept a wink from awe. I never walked through that room when Marilla sent me in on an errand. No, indeed, I tiptoed through it and held my breath as if it were a church, and felt relieved when I got out of it. The pictures of George Whitefield and the Duke of Wellington hung there, one on each side of the mirror, and frowned so sternly at me all the time. And frowned so sternly at me all the time I was in, especially if I dared peep in the mirror, which was the only one in the house that didn't twist my face a little. I always wondered how Marilla dared house clean that room. And now it's not only clean but stripped bare. George Whitefield and the Duke have been relegated to the upstairs hall. So passes the glory of this world, concluded Anne with a laugh in which there was a little note of regret. It is never pleasant to have our old shrines desecrated even when we have outgrown them. I'll be so lonesome when you go, moaned Diana for the 100th time, and to think you go next week. But we're together still, said Anne cheerily. We mustn't let next week rob us of this week's joy. I hate the thought of going myself. Home and I are such good friends. Talk of you being lonesome. It's I who should groan. You'll be here with any number of your old friends, and Fred, while I shall be alone among strangers, not knowing a soul, except Gilbert and Charlie Sloane, said Diana, imitating Anne's italics and slyness. Charlie Sloane will be a great comfort, of course, agreed Anne sarcastically, whereupon both those irresponsible damsels laughed. Diana knew exactly what Anne thought of Charlie Sloane, but despite sundry confidential talks, she did not know just what Anne thought of Gilbert Blythe. To be sure, Anne herself did not know that. The boys may be boarding at the other end of Kingsport, for all I know, Anne went on. I'm glad I'm going to Redmond, and I'm sure I shall like it after a while. But for the first few weeks I know I won't. I shan't even have the comfort of looking forward to the weekend visit home as I had when I went to Queens. Christmas will seem like 1,000 years away. Everything is changing or going to change, said Diana sadly. I have a feeling that things will never be the same again, Anne. We have come to a parting of the ways, I suppose, said Anne thoughtfully. We had to come to it. Do you think, Diana, that being grown up is really as nice as we used to imagine it would be when we were children? I don't think there are some, I don't know. There are some nice things about it, answered Diana, already caressing her ring with a little smile, which always had the effect of making Anne feel suddenly left out and inexperienced. But there are so many puzzling things, too. Sometimes I feel as if being grown up just frightened me, and then I would give anything to be a little girl again. I suppose we'll get used to being grown up in time, said Anne cheerfully. There won't be so many unexpected things about it by and by, though, after all. I fancy it's the unexpected things that give spice to life. We're 18, Diana, and 2 more years will be 20. When I was 10, I thought 20 was a green old age, and In no time, you'll be a staid, middle-aged matron, and I shall be a nice old maid Aunt Anne, coming to visit you on vacations. You'll always keep a corner for me, won't you, darling? Not the spare room, of course. Old maids can aspire to spare rooms, and I shall be as as humble as Uriah Heep, and quite content with a little over the porch or off the parlor cubbyhole. And Uriah Heep, wasn't he a character in one of the uh, not David Copperfield? That was a book. Oh shoot. I can't think. Dolls, Chickens, Charles Dickens novels. And you know, Uriah Heep back in the 70s was a band. And I had no idea there was a Uriah Heep character. What nonsense you do talk, Anne, laughed Diana. You'll marry somebody splendid and handsome and rich, and no spare room in Avonlea will be half gorgeous enough for you, and you'll turn up your nose at all your friends of your youth. That would be a pity. My nose is quite nice, but I fear turning it up would spoil it, said Anne, patting that shapely organ. I haven't so many good features that I could afford to spoil those I have, so even if I should marry the king of the Cannibal Islands, I promise you I won't turn up my nose at you, Diana. With another gay laugh, the girls separated. Diana was to return to Orchard Slope and to walk to the post office. She found a letter awaiting her there, and when Gilbert Blythe overtook her on the bridge over the Lake of Shining Waters, she was sparkling with the excitement of it. Priscilla Grant is going to Redmond, too, she exclaimed. Isn't that splendid? I hoped she would. But she didn't think her father would consent. He has, however, and we're to board together. I feel that I can face an army with banners, or all the professors of Redmond in one fell phalanx, with a chum like Priscilla by my side. I think we'll like Kingsport, said Gilbert. It's a nice old burg, they tell me, and has the finest natural park in the world. I've heard that the scenery in it is magnificent. And guys, I must stop right there. I know that wasn't too much, but most of it was trying to get the story out. You see by my little eyes, I get sleepy again. I hate I always do that. Oh well. When you're old lady, it's bound to happen. Only 61, with the body of a 91. I shouldn't complain. I'm blessed, blessed, blessed. And I hope you are too. I'm blessed to have you as my buddy. And I mean that truly. Be sweet. Don't be ugly. No live at 5 today, 'cause we're on Thursday. But I'll probably see you around the community somewhere in somebody's chat. Love ya.